Greetings folks, and I hope your chamber is full of secrets wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So, Inart have gone and done it. They've given us Albus Dumbledore, aka Richard Harris, from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, to go along with their Hermione, their Ron, their Harry, and the Snape that they gave us very, very recently as well. So let's dive in and have a look at the pictures. But before we do that, I'd like to send a Hogwarts-sized shout out to everybody who's supported the channel. And please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're sure not to miss any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, tours, showcases, and all that other good stuff that we've got coming up. So let's take a look. Now, before we do that though, I've got to say I am not a victim yet of the Harry Potter rabbit hole. I am a big fan of the movies, don't get me wrong. I think they're fantastic. I absolutely love them. But we have to draw the line somewhere as collectors, or this kind of thing gets completely out of hand. And I've staved off diving into the Inart line of Harry Potter figures, but I've got to say, what with the Snape and now with this, I am sorely tempted. But let's take a look at the pictures. First shot and first impressions. Well, I've got to say, it's Inart. What can I say? They cannot seem to put a foot wrong at the moment in the 1/6 scale world, and it doesn't look like they've let us down here. First impressions are phenomenal. First thing, obviously, that strikes me about this is the rooted hair and the rooted beard. Incredible work here, absolutely amazing. The different textures between the two, denoting the beard and the hair, are great. The subtle colour changes in that white hair, the centre parting, the sort of almost crimped effect of that beard to remind us that it is facial hair is just astounding, the work they've done here. And I don't think I have ever seen a 1/6 scale action figure with this much rooted facial hair. Now, as we all know, doing rooted hair with a 1/6 scale figure is an absolute ball ache. I mean, it has to be done almost a strand at a time by hand. It's a painstaking job, requiring skill and accuracy, and I think Inart have nailed it here. Other things to talk about in this photo than just the hair. That's head sculpt. Looks great in my opinion. It's Richard Harris. It's Richard Harris all over. Obviously, Chamber of Secrets. This is before Michael Gambon came on the scene, and unfortunately Richard Harris passed away. But I think it is unmistakably Richard Harris there. You've got creasing in that forehead. The skin tones and textures look absolutely on point. You've got those glasses on the end of his nose there. They look really good. Hopefully they'll be done in metal. I'm pretty certain they will be. He's clutching the wand, beautifully sculpted there. And we're seeing the hands for the first time as well. Inart do some of the best hands in the 1/6 scale world. That's my opinion, but I think they're up there. I think Caustic Plastic run a close second, but Inart's hands are phenomenal. And we also get to see this robe. Now, screen accuracy goes without saying. The colours look on point to me, even down to that. Now, be interesting to see how they've actually done this pattern. That pattern looks absolutely screen correct to me. Is that embossed on there? Is that layered over? Is it a screen printed? But it looks absolutely beautiful. And as I said before, screen accurate. Collar looks great. It's that black color with that almost quilted effect. And we're getting a sort of a little bit of a preview of the oversized cuffs on this gown as well. First impressions, I've got to say, I'm blown away. I am getting more and more drawn to this in our Harry Potter line. I'm resisting with every fibre in my being, but as every day goes by and every new release comes along, I'm weakening. We've got a long shot here, a full shot, so we can see the full proportions of this figure. And as we've come to expect from Inart, they've absolutely nailed on the scaling and the proportions. That is, superb work here. And once again, we're seeing that detail. We're starting to get a hint of the undergown underneath that overgown. That we can see those oversized cuffs for the first time, as I mentioned, with that quilted effect. And he's got his hat on for the first time. With that sort of felt stroke velvet front there, with the stars on it looking really good. And this is the great thing, for me at least, about this figure and the rooted hair, is you can have that hair forward for that look that we've just seen, or you can have the hat on, pull that hair back. It just allows for so many different options when you're swapping out the look in your display and changing up the pose. So yeah, and that hat looks very, very good, exceptionally good, and no doubt we'll get a close-up of that. But on to the next side shot here, hair down this time, and you can see those subtle changes in the colour of that hair, darkening ever so slightly before it reaches the beard. The beard's the right length. The detailing on that coat once again is picked out beautifully. I'm thinking maybe some kind of embossing going on here. I am hoping that these hems might be done in leather as well. Whether this is wired, probably won't be. I doubt it will be, but the work they've done on capturing that unique look of that robe, phenomenal. Let's move on to the next. This is going to turn into an Inart gush fest, I can feel it. Okay, we have the Folks accessory. Now, there are two versions of this. I believe there's a deluxe and another version. I'm not sure what it. I think it's the deluxe and the. Well, there are two versions. Let's stick with the two versions. One has this this particular accessory, the other doesn't. We'll define those when we get to the end, when we get to the all shots. But absolutely excellent work here. Loving the fact that Inart have included this. This perch that they've got him on, screen accuracy once again. Goes without saying. Whether this is metal or whether this is plastic, it'd be interesting to find out. But straight away, the colours are beautiful. If it's plastic, it has been painted to look like metal beautifully. It's got that sort of gold, brassy look to it with that silver section in the centre there. And then you've got Folks himself on top, Folks the Phoenix. I'm going to assume this is sculpted plastic. The colours look beautiful. The sculpting looks excellent. No doubt we'll get a closer look at him. But once again, the robes fall beautifully on this figure. Just the right height so we can see his feet underneath. Yeah, this is going to be a vlogger's dream, I think, this figure, the same way the snake figure was. Pretty much poses itself, this one. Although we're not going to have him in any extreme poses, I'm going to assume it's got the same high level of articulation that we see from Inart figures. Once again, the next shot, he's got the hat on, and we're just seeing, once again, the detailing there. And the way the light plays off that robe is stunning, really, really stunning. I'm loving that hat as well. On to the next side view again. Getting to see the hands. Hopefully we'll get some more close-ups before this preview's over, and we're getting to see that stand, that base for the first time as well. Cover that in a little bit more detail when we get a close-up look at it. On to the next. Holding the wand and in front of the table with the inkwell and quill going on there. Now this is an accessory that comes with both versions of this figure. We'll take a closer look at that. But the light plays off this beautifully. I am so impressed with this beard. I really, really am. I think they've done some superb work here. On to the next. Hat on this time, hair behind the shoulders, and we're seeing the sword. Now, I'm going to assume this is metal. Inart tend to go that way. Could be plastic, hoping it's metal. But the ornate details that they've sculpted into that sword look superb. And once again, the robes. The robes look wonderful, as does that hat with the stars on the front there. Let's zip on to the next one. Now you're probably noticing that his eyes are moving around here. Now, yes, we have apparently we have the normal purse system where which I can't see this being removing the back of the head, not with hair this long, so I'm going to assume it's a through the head sculpt access. Which is great to see. I love the purse system, as regulars to the channel will know, but it can be a little bit finicky. If you've got the little tool in there and you're anything like me, there's a lot of fiddling around. You've got to line up the little end of the tool with the little section on the eye itself and then move it around, and then the slightest movement they can go out of whack and you're constantly futzing around there. Or you've got the finger option, but if you're like me and you've got sausage fingers, get your finger up inside that head. Can be a real pain in the backside, and getting to line the eyes up can be a bit of a nightmare. So what Inart have given us here is the magnetically controlled eye system, as well as the normal lever system. Now, I've never had a figure with this this particular way of moving the eyes before. I'm looking forward to getting one and seeing just how well it works. But apparently there is some form of metal in the eyes, behind the eyes, whether it's in the irises, corneas or whatever, and then they provide you with a little magnet, and you simply move that magnet around in front of the eyes and the eyes will go in the direction that you want them to. How well that functions, I can't attest to, because as I say, I've never had a figure with that feature, but I think it's a great inclusion. I think it's the way forward, if it works as well as it should do. But yeah, we're seeing the glasses there, and we're seeing that head sculpt as well in this shot. And yeah, unmistakably Richard Harris from any angle. And we're also getting to see some of the textures on that skin as well. I mentioned the furrows in the eyebrows, but what really caught my attention is the detailing on this nose. Now, you can even see individual pores, and I've noticed this in other Inart figures, but those pores are wider on the nose there and in the cheek area to denote the age of Richard Harris, because he was of a certain vintage when he played the role, and Inart have captured that really, really well. It's another hit here, and we're also seeing the underrobes here, that sort of belt section, which I'm going to assume is leather with the buckle at the front there. Really, really nice work. A close-up of that head sculpt, you can see that pore work there on the nose and those furrows in the eyebrows that in the forehead that I mentioned before. Those stars on the hat there, all looks really, really good. Super impressed. What can I say? Yeah, it's Inart. Side view here. This could be a still from the movie. It really could. Lighting is excellent here, and just the texture and how many strands have gone in to that beard and that moustache. Yeah, and once again, with this angle and this lighting, you can see the crow's feet around the eyes, the detailing in the eyebrows, and once again, those pores to age that skin. Phenomenal work here, and the different tonal changes in the hair as well. On to the next full frontal shot here. Seen those glasses perched on the end of the nose. Now, I'm not 100% sure what these are going to be made out of. I'm hoping they're going to be metal and not plastic. We all know what happens with plastic glasses, 6-scale glasses. They snap, they break. Hopefully they'll have gone down the metal route here, but yeah, another stunning photo. On to the next, clutching the wand. Now I think they've used one of the other Potter figure dioramas in the background here. I think it's that sort of library Hogwarts type scene with the pictures in the background and the wallpaper, and it just complements this figure beautifully, and clutching that highly detailed one there. And we're getting to see the hands in close-up as well, yeah, we're looking at great bone structure in there. Hopefully those will have been aged as well. A little bit blurred there, a little bit out of focus. On to the next one. Yeah, there's only so much you can show with this figure. There's no dynamic posing with this. It's not a character meant to be dynamically posed. But yeah, the presence here and that they've captured is amazing in my opinion. And the subtle detailing in that black, those black sections over the shoulders there. And once again, at the risk of sounding like a cracked record, that beard is something extraordinary in my opinion. Close up of the detailing on the robes. Now I'm going to rave about the robes now. We've seen that stand, but we'll get to that. The detailing in that sort of under robe is stunning, with the high level of intricacy running down the edges there. And another thing that caught my attention was the 6-scale stitch work here is absolutely beautiful at the bottom. Even some of the best companies in the world are prone to making 1/6-scale stitch work slightly too big, and it throws the figure off for me. But yeah, none of that here. That looks great with all that intricate detail, that sort of embossed look to the outer robe and the black edging as well, and also seeing those plain edges as well at the bottom there. Beautiful. A close-up on Fawkes. Sculpting, yeah, as I say, I'm going to assume he's plastic, but the sculpting there, you can pick out feathers. You've got yellows, you've got oranges, you've got reds. The detailing on that face with the beak and the eyes is great, and the stripes on the feathers at the back, all screen accurate. Yeah, a Mystico figure has been on and off the fence as far as 6 scale animals that are included with figures. We've seen some great stuff from the dog with Hot Toys Deadpool figures to some awful stuff, funny enough, from Hot Toys like Jonesy the cat. So sometimes it can be a little bit hit and miss, but it looks like Inart have gone all in here and brought all their skills to bear on the 6 scale forks as well. Looks fantastic. Also, you get, this is an accessory, it's the table. Now this comes with both versions of this figure. It's just a small table, but you've got the graining in the wood there, the paint applications look great. Couple of books, you get the inkwell and the quill, and the wand have been put on there as well. And as I say, it comes with both versions. Nice little addition that to complement the figure. A close-up of Fawkes's perch, and if that's not metal, the paintwork is phenomenal to make it look like metal. And the first thing that struck me, and that's in another photo as well, I had to double take on this, is the intricacy that they've caught in the edging on this silver section halfway up, the intricacy they've caught on this joining section, and also around the edges and the legs as well. Beautifully sculpted and beautifully painted. The base. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way. I am a huge fan of Inart bases. Well, it's a love-hate relationship. I love their style and presence. They're probably the most stylish of diorama base makers. They don't overcook it. It's not got hundreds of bits and pieces all sticking off here and there that overpower and overcrowd the figure and then are a ball ache to fit into your display because they don't fit on a shelf. They capture that subtlety, place the figure, but without overpowering it, and I think this is another winner here from Inart. Very simple. You've got that sort of ornate front there with those paint applications to give it that sort of antique-y feel, and then it says Albus Dumbledore across the front there. I am going to assume they use the magnetic system here. This is where I have a bit of an issue with Inart. The access system underneath with that circular removable piece of plastic that never wants to come off. Then you've got the rail system with the movable magnets that are too small, that don't seem to go far enough forward or backward, and they never seem to be quite strong enough. I love the look. I think the mechanics of them maybe need revising, but overall this looks great and very simple. On top here, you've got some carpet. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, hats off to Inart once again for that stand. A close-up on Fawkes's perch, and this is the detailing I was talking about before. I just think it looks beautiful, from that ornate sculpted edge there to the symbol in the centre there and to the paint applications. Chef's kiss. And finally, we get 2 wall shots because there are 2 different versions. The deluxe version is the one that comes without forks. Obviously, you get the figure, you get the magnetic stand, you get the accessory table, you get what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of hands. So we're looking at 4 pairs in total. You get those books that we already saw on the table, his glasses, obviously his hat, the sword, the wand, the quill and the ink pen here. Now that's the deluxe version, and then obviously you've got the premium version, and the premium version coming with forks as well, but pretty much identical bar the omission of the phoenix. So there you have it, folks. That is Inart's take on Richard Harris as Dumbledore from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. What are your thoughts on this particular figure? Are you a Harry Potter collector? Are you an Inart fan? Is it an easy pre-order for you? Is it an easy pass? I would recommend, if you are thinking of picking this figure up, to get your pre-order in early. I believe it's going up on February the 6th, and I can imagine these being sold out very, very quickly indeed, and becoming a future grail. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this particular figure. Nothing is off menu, as I mentioned, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. And I suppose all it remains for me to say, well, before we get to that bit, what's coming up on the channel? Well, we've got a raft more previews, obviously, and we have a raft more reviews as well. We've got stuff from Inart, obviously, Hot Toys, Susu Toys, Present Toys, Caustic Plastic, Exo6, Iconic Studios, the list goes on. We've obviously got more showcases, more tours, and as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you don't miss any of it. And I suppose all it remains for me to say is, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this preview. A massive thank you for watching, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.